Just visualize, two companies are presenting their sales forecast during annual sales conference. To build further scenario, we will ask you 3 questions shortly. So are you ready to join in? Let's start. Firstly, let's talk about Company A, a food delivery company. As you can see, their sales are rapidly growing. So follow the graph and see its forecast for the next couple of years.
Let's talk about Company B now, a holiday tourism services provider. If you see the graph here, its sales are also growing with a consistent pattern. Now, I want you to put your thinking hats on and try to understand the pattern. For the first question, I'm giving you 10 seconds. Your task is to predict Company B's sales forecast for the year 2021, the missing number on this graph. Your time starts now. Time's up. Good try. Give yourself a big round of applause if you answered 26.5 million. Now let's see how we got this number. There's an interesting pattern here. Company B's sales are increasing by adding subsequent odd numbers every year. For example, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11.
You got it. For those of you who didn't get it right, don't worry. There's a second question on your way. As you know, I have already shared the Company A sales forecast with you. Can you recall its sales figure for the year 2019? No video rewind, please. Be proud of yourself if you recall the answer as 18.2 million. But we can all agree that it was difficult to recall this number.
Now, for the last and the most important question. Just off the top of your head, can you recall Company B's sales forecast for the year 2021, which you just calculated through the pattern? Bravo! You didn't even really have to think about it. Your answer is 26.5 million. So now, let's understand how it all happened.
For the Company A scenario, the food delivery company, information was just broadcasted to all of you. If you just recall the scenario, you were actually not engaged or included in the conversation. So, your brain made an interesting decision. It quickly analyzed the situation and decided not to pay any attention to the presentation.
Wow, that's some great analysis. Do we have any more research on this?
Yes, as per molecular biological research, our brain doesn't pay attention to boring information. So it quickly analyzes and decides to focus or ignore it. Exactly the same thing happened in your brain. Always remember, no inclusivity means no attention. No attention means no retention. And ultimately, no retention means no recollection.
Then, why do we remember the sales figures for Company B? How did our brains process that information differently?
For Company B scenario, the information was not just communicated to you. Rather, you were included in the process. You were challenged. You were made an integral part of predicting the future. Our subconscious mind loves to predict and wants our response to hold true. We all want to be winners, don't we? No matter if we reward it externally or not. Let me give you another example. Everybody loves cricket in Pakistan. Whenever there's a World Cup in action, all of us start predicting which teams will make it to the finals. Australia versus England, West Indies versus England, or Pakistan versus India. Interesting probabilities. My question to you is, does anybody ask you to predict it? No. Does anybody promise a reward out of it? Definitely not. So then why the millions of cricket lovers create a fever of prediction? In fact, we are bound to follow our subconscious cravings, including anticipation, inclusiveness, recognition, emotional, and many more. The same principle applies to organizations and workforce. Imposing a strategy upon employees through broadcast and one-way town halls will not create any employee ownership towards your business strategy. It will cultivate a demotivated and disengaged workforce. If you want to transform your strategy into employee-owned actions, Please include your workforce through strategy embedding sessions. Take care of their subconscious cravings and you will achieve organizational goals and objectives. To transform your business strategy into employee-owned actions, join the first time ever journey of 4 webinars organized by AIM Consulting. Register today.